Hello guys, welcome back to the Mike Pot channel. In this video, I'm going to be predicting who I think is going to finish where in the Premier League, all the way from down in 20th, all the way up to the top. So, let's get into it. So, starting at the bottom, in 20th place, I'm going West Brom. For me, this wasn't really a hard decision. West Brom haven't really done anything exciting in the transfer market this summer, and their squad is just all Championship standard. I can't see them doing anything exciting, and for me, they're going to comfortably finish bottom of the table. And second bottom, in 19th, I think will be Fulham. On the face of it, you think Fulham might have some chance of staying up, with them having some Premier League pedigree. But the thing is, they've got a squad who played in the Premier League before, and they got relegated that time. I can't see it being any different this time out. In 18th, and probably the hardest pick on this list, I've gone for Crystal Palace. You see, I chose Crystal Palace because historically their squad over the last 5 or so years has been quite stagnant. They've had unexciting players who are more than happy to finish in mid-table, and I think now they're going to go a bit more ambitious and try and play more attractive football, and they're just not cut out for it. I can even see Roy Hodgson getting sacked this side of Christmas. So for me, Crystal Palace have ran off the relegation spots in 18th place. And 17th in the league, and narrowly missing out on relegation, I've gone for West Ham United. It was awkward picking West Ham for this, because they do spend some money in the transfer windows. But I've not seen anything exciting this summer, and with a squad that didn't do very much last season, I can't imagine anything exciting coming, particularly with David Moyes at the helm, and I can see him getting sacked pretty early in the season too. And 16th in the league, I'm going for Sheffield United. Now, I know the Blades had a fairy tale season last time out, and all credit to them. But the thing is, after lockdown, I think they were sussed out. I think teams knew how they played and knew how to combat it. And that being said, I think Sheffield United are just not going to have as good a season they did last time. And 15th in the league, I'm going for Leeds United. I think Marcelo Bielsa's side really had their work cut out for them. I know they did brilliantly in the Championship last season, absolutely smashed it and stormed to the league title. But the thing is, I just can't see anything exciting come from them. I think they're going to be a bit too out of their depth. They're not going to struggle, but I think they will have some issues, particularly when they're going to try and play good football against sides who just ultimately have better players than them. I think they're going to struggle, but I think they will be safe. So for me, Leeds United in 15th. And in 14th, it's Brighton. So I think Graham Potter's side are going to be relatively safe this season. No relation, by the way. Last season, he came in and completely changed the culture of the club. Instead of them being that rigid side that Chris Hughton had them to be, last season, Graham Potter made Brighton play more expansive and open football, and it was brilliant. And I think with another summer of him getting the squad to play like that, I think they're going to be well safe, absolutely. 14th for Brighton for me. And in 13th, I'm going to go for Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa didn't have the best time out last season, just narrowly escaping relegation on the final day. But I think now we know that Jack Grealish is staying at the club, along with them getting in players like Ollie Watkins, I think they're really going to push on. And for me, Aston Villa are going to comfortably finish mid-table this season. And 12th this season, I think it's going to be Newcastle. Newcastle had an okay time last season, and a lot of people got their hopes up with talks of the takeover, but I think that's kind of died down now. But either way, Mike Ashley, who notoriously has tight purse strings, has only gone to splash the cash on Callum Wilson. And that's one thing Newcastle were lacking last season, goals. And I think Callum Wilson will provide them in the black and white shirt. And 11th in the league, and rounding off the bottom half, is going to be Burnley. Not much to say about this really. Burnley, bang average Premier League side, don't play good football, but they get the results, and that's all that's going to matter. And kicking off the top half, I think is going to be Southampton. Towards the back end of last season, Ralph Hasenhüttl's side had a massive renaissance, and they kicked on really well, and I can only see that continue into this season. They're definitely not going to end up in a relegation scrap, and I can't see them pushing for European places. But Southampton will comfortably finish mid-table and get top half. And 9th in the league this season, I think is going to be Everton. Now, I know I sound a bit mad with the fact that Everton have made some big transfers this summer, as well as the fact they have Carlo Ancelotti for the full season. But the thing is, Everton are just one of those teams that always fail to excite. They never do anything big, and I can't see anything changing now. So for me, Everton finishing 9th this season. And 8th in the league is Leicester. Now, Leicester had a brilliant time out last season and impressed everyone, particularly in the first half. But you saw in the tail end of the season when they were lacking the players like Ndidi and Maddison, they really struggled. Now, obviously, Maddison and Ndidi are going to be fit going into the season. That's great news for them. But the thing is, they're not going to be playing week in, week out, particularly when they've got Europa League fixtures to worry about as well. That coupled with the fact they don't seem to assign a replacement for Ben Chilwell, I can't see anything exciting happening for Leicester, and they're going to finish 8th. Right, and we're really getting to the meat and potatoes of it now, but in 7th, I think it's going to be Wolves. Wolves had a great time out last season with achieving a top half finish as well as having a good Europa League run. All credit to them. And now this season, I also think they're going to do quite well. Now with the fact that they don't have any fixture congestion thanks to European football, Wolves are going to do some business, and you can see what they've done in the transfer market this summer. They're really going to kick on and do some things. So for me, Wolves finishing 7th. Now 6th. See, this was a difficult one to pick out of two teams, but for me, I've gone Spurs. Spurs just don't seem like an exciting side. They're going to grind out lots of results, but a lot of them are going to be draws and scrappy 1-0 wins. I can't see Jose Mourinho doing anything exciting to get some big results out of his side. And for me, Spurs are just going to finish 6th in the league and get Europa League. And 5th in the league, I think is going to be Arsenal. Arsenal didn't have the best time out last season, but you can see when Mikel Arteta got the job, he instilled a philosophy of playing good football and keeping the ball really well. And I can see that continuing. That coupled with the fact he's had a full summer under his belt to get the players to do what he wants, as well as have input with a few signings, I think Arsenal are going to be a bit of a force next season. So for me, Arsenal are going to finish 5th. And in 4th, and in the first Champions League spot, I'm going to go for Manchester United. Now, I think recency bias makes us believe that Manchester United had a much better showing last season. But the thing is, throughout the first half, they were dreadful. Even up until Bruno Fernandes came in, they weren't very good. But the second he came in the club, they were brilliant. There's no denying it. And even now they signed Donny van der Beek in midfield for reinforcements, I still can't see them pushing on much more. The fact they still need a good right winger, and they do need to shore things up at the back as well. I just see Manchester United being a bit too frail to be getting the results they need. And 3rd in the league is Chelsea. I'm not just saying that because of the sponsor, but Chelsea look like a really good side. Frank Lampard did a brilliant job last season with Chelsea, working their youngsters and some of the more experienced players and getting some cracking results. That coupled with the fact they're now able to spend money on some big players is going to be brilliant. I don't see this team gelling together and getting the results they're expecting just yet. Maybe 2 or 3 seasons from now, they'll be a real force. But this season, they are going to be a team to watch. Right, so I'm just going to go through the top 2 both together. I think winning the Premier League this season is going to be Liverpool again. Yeah, I know, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm saying it's our year. What's new? But the thing is, I can't look past this Liverpool side, particularly what they did last season. They wiped the floor of every team. It was incredible. I know Man City have got in some reinforcements, but I still don't think it's good enough. Nathan Ake is not a title-winning centre-half. I can't see Man City being sure enough at the back to get the big results when it really counts. So for me, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League again, with Manchester City finishing 2nd. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So in 20th, finishing bottom of the league, I've got West Brom. In 19th, there's Fulham, and rounding off the relegation places is Crystal Palace. Narrowly missing out on relegation, I've gone West Ham, and then Sheffield United finishing in 16th. Going upwards, we've got Leeds, Brighton and Aston Villa, and then Newcastle and Burnley rounding off the bottom half. Top half, I've gone with Southampton, Everton and Leicester, and in the potentially 3 Europa League places, I've gone for Wolves, Spurs and then Arsenal. Securing Champions League football, I've gone for Manchester United and Chelsea, and then winning the league, I've gone for Liverpool, with Manchester City coming in at a close 2nd. So what do you guys think? Have I got it right? Have I got it wrong? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know where you think your team's going to finish up, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye bye.